Continue on North 22nd Street for 1.5 miles.
Sunday in Lakeland. If you'd like to see Jordan and Riley, you can get your tickets and more information at the box office under the events tab at thejoyfm.com.
I stand in front of the mirror, but I don't like who's looking back at me. Wish I could see things clearer. Oh, like who I'm supposed to be. Every trial lift me higher. Through the fire, hold me tighter. Remind me again that I was made for more. Who I am in the eyes of the Father. Who I am is love set free.
Cruise, Dave, Bill, and Carmen here at the Joy FM, and we're talking with Justin.
Come on in. Please share this live. I want to get into a conversation about the State of the Union last night.
Okay.
I just wanted to have a little bit more.
But it is a
I
story
thank
about
everybody
us.
that's here.
It's gonna pop up out of nowhere for you.
Yeah.
So here's
Drop
what it
down
is.
in the comment section where you're
Emily got me was a wireless.
chatting
This is
from.
my guitar, my bass guitar. It's got a little.
What I like to do is wait till I get to the end of my drive to shout you guys out.
I had wanted one.
I do this
Bought one for
at
me.
the rush hour time. Got happy hour, rush hour every day at 5:30. Well, maybe not today. Every other day at 5:30.
She got me this wireless system.
Not 5:30. I'm sorry. Every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And she says, I just want you to know.
4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And now we got a new segment, Morning Drive. And we're going to talk about the State of the Union in a little bit. Do me a favor and share this live if you can, where you can. Really appreciate you. What's up? It's Ari. Ari Dan 2.0. They told me to stop reading the comments while I'm driving, so I gotta cut that bad habit out. I usually wait till I get to the light. So this is the sunny, beautiful Tampa, Florida. It's Ari Dan 2.0. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. What did you guys think of the State of the Union address last night? Anybody watch it? We're going to get into that. Well, I'm saying the sunny, beautiful Tampa, but it's really dreary and rainy today. So it just rained, and now it just looks so cloudy. I mean, it's a big giant, this big giant puff of cloud right here. This is Epiphany Faith Politics, Epiphany Tanya, your morning drive. We're going to talk about the State of the Union. Please share this live where you can. And drop it down in the chat where you're chatting from. This is the intersection between faith and politics. As you heard, those listening to the station here, which is Joy FM, Child of the Most High God. So I thank you for tuning in. This is the morning drive. This is the morning drive. Come on in. Join me. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's talk about the State of the Union last night. Make sure you like this video, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget. Uh-oh, I got to slow down in the school zone. All the kiddos going to school. Uh-oh. Somebody's little tent thing blew over. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys some more music. Seemed like that was popular. And then when this song goes off, we're gonna get into a little commentary about the State of the Union.
Looking for a reason, rolling through the night to find my place in this world. My place in this world. Not a lot to lean on. I need your light to help me find place in this world, my place in this world. Need your light to help me find my place in this world, my place in this world.
That's right, we need God's light. Okay, well, I was gonna go that song and then commentary, but no, this is a jam. This is the jam, so I gotta let this one play out.
Have you ever thought that the world is kind of lost this way?
Jesus is coming back.
Crazy as it seems,
Gotta tell, be able to tell from the signs of the times right now. He's definitely coming soon.
it doesn't scare me. It's temporary. There's something better.
Coming soon to a sky near you. Everybody will see him.
So keep your head up. Jesus is coming back.
Jesus is coming back.
No, don't you give up. Jesus is coming back.
Jesus is coming back.
And when the world gets complicated, I'm gonna keep on celebrating. 'Cause we know Jesus is
Coming back. Jesus is coming back.
We gotta stay awake, cause nobody knows the day or time. No, the trumpet's gonna blow and the skies are gonna open wide. Oh yeah,
He's coming for us, just like he told us. It's been a long wait, but there's a new day.
and we're gonna sing hallelujah when the King arrives.
Oh, you know you gotta keep your head up. Jesus is coming back. Jesus is coming back. Don't you give up. No, no, Jesus is coming back. Jesus is coming back. When the world gets complicated, I'm gonna keep on celebrating. 'Cause we know
Jesus is coming back. Jesus is coming back.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
People get ready.
People get ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? People get ready. People get ready.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? People get ready. People
Get ready. Jesus is coming back. Jesus is coming back. No, don't you give up. Jesus is coming back. Jesus is coming back. It's
waiting,
keep on celebrating.
waiting. Oh no, Jesus is coming back. Jesus is coming back.
Are you ready now?
Are you ready now? Jesus is coming back. People get ready. Jesus is coming back. Jesus is coming back.
So keep your
Head up.
keep your head up.
Jesus is coming back. Jesus is coming back.
Dave, Bill, and Carmen, the morning cruise here at the
All
Joy
right, so
FM.
Dave,
that
you were
is
telling
the-
a story a couple minutes ago.
That is the Joy FM.
Yeah.
They're jamming, rocking out in the morning. I really like to play my YouTube playlist in the morning, but can't go live and do that at the same time. So here we are. But I just wanted to talk about the evil miserableness of the Democrats last night. That was just, I mean, to see people this miserable, this unhappy, like, why did they even show up? I don't understand. I'm really at a loss for words. Why did the Democrats show up last night? What was the point? What was the point? Just negativity. Like all the theatrics and dramatic, usually the State of the Union is supposed to be boring, right? They made it so entertaining. They made it so I told you guys yesterday in my happy hour, rush hour drive home, that the Democrats, the jokes write themselves. As a content creator, we never run out of material dealing with them, looking at them, listening to them. It's always content when you're dealing with the Democrats. I could stay on YouTube, granted I don't get banned like I got banned off of X. I could stay on YouTube forever just making videos just about the Democrats' antics. The conservative wouldn't even have anything to talk about other than if you're a Christian conservative, just to get on here and talk about Jesus all day. That's it. But you wouldn't have anything to talk about if it wasn't for the Democrats. I'm sorry to say it's stupidity. I'm not calling them dumb, but I'm saying the stuff they do is stupid. It's just like you went through all of that effort that you put in to go buy or make some signs. Are you working that hard to try to make America better? The energy and effort that you put into want to find some paddle saying false against everything that President Trump was saying last night. Are you spending that much effort with doing anything for your constituents? That was really, truly ridiculous. And this little boy who, you have to be like a cold-hearted, cold-blooded, just deep down in your soul, evil person to not be touched by that little boy DJ story. All these people that Donald Trump highlighted, all the things that he's done in this little short period of time. And they couldn't even celebrate for that. They couldn't even celebrate this little boy. If you saw his eyes light up that they had made him an honorary police officer, and then Donald Trump said now he's a special agent, FBI agent. If you saw this little boy's eyes light up, like if you weren't touched, if your heart wasn't moved, there's something seriously wrong. But not the Democrats. They sat over there with their stank faces and their evil looks and their nasty spirits. I just couldn't help but laugh every time I looked over, every time the camera panned over there and Pocahontas was on her phone. That was the most entertaining part of it all. And all the stank faces over there as Donald Trump came in. Like, if something's not working, then you have to figure out, like, what's the saying? Insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different results. This is the behavior that the Democrats have done for over 8 years now, pertaining to Donald Trump. And it hasn't worked. Just like he said, how did that work out for you? You try to prosecute me legally. How did that work out for you? It's not working. Maybe try something different. Maybe trying to work together. You see, with Kennedy and Tulsi and Elon, these were all Democrats. Maybe try something new, because what you guys are doing is not getting you anywhere. It's not helping your cause. It's not helping you. It's just making our country look like trash. It's making our country look so bad. First, you elected a dementia patient. And you got to think about this, that Biden pretty much ignored those 13 family members of what happened in Afghanistan. He never said anything in his State of the Union. And the president is supposed to be the commander-in-chief over the military. Unfortunately, we had a commander-in-chief, but he never addressed those families. Trump went back and did so much for those families. He even made sure that he held accountable the person responsible for those 13 service members. But yet the Democrats can't give credit where credit. This is the thing that kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say it obsessed me about Republicans. It kind of is what makes Republicans and conservatives kind of stand out above the Democrats, because at least the conservatives and the Republicans can give credit where credit is due. Hallelujah. Somebody's I get distracted so easily. Got that undiagnosed ADHD. Somebody's but this is a good distraction. Someone's car. Let me see if it shows on the phone. No, you can't see it. Their bumper stickers, trust Jesus. That's what we really have to do in this day and time. I mean, at least I've heard the not the Democrats, the Republicans and conservatives, I hear them giving credit to Democrats if the Democrats do things right and good. Like if the Democrats get something right, the Republicans say, well, at least they did blah, 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 right? They try to give some credit. The Republicans and the conservatives try to give some credit. The Democrats, not so much. Like you can't celebrate nothing. You couldn't celebrate nothing that this man did. And not even that you're celebrating him. Celebrate these people, celebrate the families, this little boy DJ. You could have clapped for that. You could have, like, what is it going to hurt you? You're not, goodness gracious, my goodness in the morning. I cannot. The Democrats, man, like I said, the jokes write themselves. They brought this on themselves. This is why they did not win the election. And I hope what President Trump said is right, that they never ever do again. I hope that the Republicans get their stuff together and they hold on to this power right now, because the scary thing is when Democrats are in control. And then you have all these people telling them, oh, this should have been Kamala. And, oh my, are you serious? Do you know the state we would be in right now if that had been, if Kamala had won? This is also the reflection of people that don't know how to see the long term, see the end game. You know, they're like people who walk into a house that's like gutted out and they can't see the vision of what that house could be with some paint and some drywall, and it's like they have no vision. Okay, yes, he's cutting stuff right now. But don't you understand that he's cutting and trimming the fat for a greater good and purpose in the long run? Like, they can't see long term. They can't think long term. It's just me. They're all into themselves and their little funky party. But the level of hatred and vitriol, it's just really uncalled for. I mean, it's really like, come on. He even invited them, like, let's work together. But no, they're just like, no, we have to stay on our stubborn, nasty, funky ledge and perch. He's better than me, because I wouldn't want to work with none of those evil people. They're just evil. It's just evil through them. Like all the stuff that was good, just like last time, just like his last term. All the things he did good, they couldn't celebrate anything. They couldn't clap not one time. They just sat there, stank face. Like he said, nothing I can say or do is going to ever make you happy. He said, I've been up here 5 times and it's nothing I can do or say. I know it's nothing. They proved him right. Because no matter what he said all night, even though it was so many highlights to the night, it was so many highlights. I mean, this little boy, I can't get over this little boy. He just touched the hearts of America so much. That little boy DJ, his eyes, man, I could just go back and just watch just for that. I'm getting tears in my eyes just thinking about it now. I could go back and just watch the State of the Union all over again. I mean, it was pretty long, which thanks to the Democrats with their shenanigans, this man causing a disruption. You got a nerve to be named after a great singer, gospel singer, or I think he turned gospel, Al Green. But you're acting really not very professional, sir. I mean, like, that was just, like they said, get some decorum to you, get some civility. That was just very uncouth. Now, to be fair, that did happen on the Republican side with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Boebert, I think it was, when they caused a disruption during Biden's speech because he didn't mention those 13 service members, which was ridiculous because you're supposed to be the commander-in-chief, even though you were a commander-in-chief. You were supposed to acknowledge when it's some type of military operation, servicemen and women, people, you're supposed to honor them. And he never even mentioned or said their names. That's one thing about Trump. He will give honor and stuff to people that deserve it. He will highlight certain folks. But it was so many things that Biden and the Democrats ignored and just bypassed like it never happened. They just ignored and bypassed those 13 service members like that didn't happen. Oh my goodness. So what did you guys think of that address? What are you talking about, Teresa? Anyway, what did you guys think of that State of the Union? That was ridiculous. The visceral and like the way our country is right now, it's just, I don't know what the solution is. I don't know. It's like, where do we go from here? Because it's just so divided, and it's not like it used to be. You could have your difference of opinions in politics and you could still get along with people. Now it's so evil and wrong and mean. It's just, oh my goodness. It's like, that's why some people getting blocked in the chat, because they don't know how to act. These Democrats don't know how to act. Like, I don't got time for your shenanigans. So, but what did you guys think of that State of the Union? What was the highlight for you? What was the story that stood out? It was a lot of stories that I believe that Trump could use. I hope that other Democrats that saw how these Democrats acted, I hope that it's a wake-up call for them and they don't stand behind and support this nonsense. I hope that that's like, just like for me, how I came to be red-pilled and come over to conservative and MAGA side in 2020 when I saw what the left was doing with BLM. When I saw BLM rioting and looting and burning buildings and marching through the street chanting epithets to the Lord, just like that woke me up. I hope, and I was Democratic minded, victimhood minded, and all of that. I hope that when they see the behavior of the Democrats last night, I know it won't be everybody, but I feel like some people, that's going to be a wake up call for them. Like, why couldn't you cheer for this little boy? Like, there was a lady on YouTube or TikTok. I don't know where she was, because sometimes, people share things from TikTok onto YouTube, but she's a Democrat. And when she saw how Zelensky came into the White House, she had to acknowledge the disrespect that was there, how he disrespected not just Trump, but America, who's giving him billions of dollars. So sometimes it takes their own party to see how they are and what they're doing to wake them up. Because that's what happened to me. Like, I woke up looking at the shenanigans of the left. And I was like, what? Like, okay, now it's crossed the line. Because everybody has their breaking point where it's like something that the Democrats are going to do that they're going to see and be like, what? I'm not a part of this. I don't want to be a part of this. And that was it for me. Like, I saw BLM and I was like, what? I don't want to be a part of this. And that's when I woke up, and I was awakened, I should say. No being woke, but I was awakened and realized I was conservative all this time and didn't even know it. And I started looking at the party's platform. I started looking at the Republican platform, and I started doing my research and my homework. I realized that what the Democrats stood for was so antithetical to anything that I believed personally. And you get that pressure of, because you're black, you have to be a Democrat. So I grew up under that until 2020 happened, and then my eyes were open. But sometimes it just takes, so I hope it's some people that see this behavior last night, and that's their wake-up call. You never know what it's going to be for somebody. Like I said, for me, it was BLM. When I saw all that nonsense that they did, and I saw like robbing stores and looting and rioting and burning buildings, that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. So, what did you guys think? Good morning. What did you guys think of that State of the Union address? We got Dear Woke Christian in the house. Just that thing, like I said, those Democrats, the jokes write themselves. It's just too much. I just can't. It's not fun. I can't with the Democrats. Just the level of visceral, the level of evil. The woman who had her daughter, who lost her daughter to the illegal aliens attack and murdering of her. And then Trump had the forest, because the little girl loves animals, had the forest named after her. Like, it was just so many touching moments. So many good, heartfelt American moments that the Democrats just blew it. They really just blew it. It was unbelievable how evil they can be. So, anywho, what did you guys think? We definitely need to bring back. You know what, Dear Woke Christian, you read my mind. Because I was thinking to myself, what if the Republicans had been prepared better? Like the Democrats had those signs talking about false. What if the Republicans had signs that said shame? That's literally a thought that went through my mind as I was sitting there. I was like, man, I wish they had some signs that said shame, that they could hold up when they were acting up. They were acting a hot mess. They disrupted the whole thing. Because I was thinking about, I was like, man, this was really long. It was like 2 hours long for the State of the Union. And so the commentators and people were commenting on the fact of how long it was. But we could thank the Democrats for that because they disrupted it so many times. They were yelling out, screaming stuff. This guy, what's his name? Al Green. You got a nerve to have a name of a singer I like. He was sitting up there, jumped up, yelling. They had to escort him out. So I was thinking, I was like, man, they needed some signs saying shame. I just wish they had the signs that said shame back to them. Because they kept holding up signs talking about false and Elon steals and all this nonsense. I was like, all that money that they spent and put into making those signs and buying those signs, do they even put half that effort into seeing about their constituents, whatever districts and places that they're over? This is how you spend the taxpayers' dollars, building signs that say false and Elon steals. Which, no, Elon is the one that's pointing out you're stealing. That's why you're mad and upset. because you guys have been lining your pockets for all these years. And now Elon's calling it out and you're upset about it. You literally, see, this is why, dear woke Christian, this is why we're like eye to eye on some stuff, because I literally thought that to myself. I was like, man, I wish they had signs that said shame, because that was a crying shame how they behaved last night. They really played into the stereotypes, man. But they want to call the Republicans the insurrectionists and all this other stuff. To me, that was like an insurrection almost last night. The way they acted, I mean, what's the difference between them and the Capitol protesters? That's what I call them. I don't call them what everybody else. I say they were Capitol protesters. What's the difference between what they did last night and the Capitol protesters that went to jail for like all these years now? I mean, nobody passed away, even though in that situation, the people that passed away were on the conservative side. But what's the difference? Because they showed their behind. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? They showed their behind last night. Capitol tour. Yes, it was a Capitol tour. They had a Capitol tour, a Capitol viewing. Ooh, okay, I got that light. Let's go. So yeah, so that's my little commentary I want to say on that, on what happened last night at the State of the Union. It just highlights that I know that President Trump, he's hopeful. You know, he even offered them and invited them, like, let's try to work together. And you look at all the Democrats that have had their eyes open. That's the only way they come over, because a lot of us were Democrats before. A lot of us were under that same mindset and brainwashing. But you have to have that spiritual and political awakening before you can like really come to your senses and come back to common sense. As he said, this is the party of common sense. In order for you to come over to the side of common sense, you have to have your eyes open. And so, yeah, I don't know that other than that, like, it has to be some type of spiritual awakening, some type of existential crisis. I don't know what has to happen to get these Democrats to like come to their senses, because like that behavior last night, that was just totally uncalled for. And like I said, I'm looking forward to like hearing the commentary today to see like if the sensible Democrats, if they will say anything about the behavior, if they will call it out, because you got to be able to call out even when it's on your own party, when something's not right. You got to be able to call it out. Say things that I don't see with certain Republicans or conservatives. Like, I don't agree with Candace Owens's stance or support of Gaza and Hamas, because I understand that you don't want to see children being slaughtered, but when your energy is more towards the people that blew up and killed and murdered and slaughtered Israeli civilians, and your energy is more towards those that did that to them, then I look at you side eyes a little bit. So I can call out stuff on this side, but that's the thing to me about the Democrats. Like, will they be honest? Will they be truthful and say that it wasn't right how they behaved last night, that was not okay, that was a bad look for our country? It's kind of like what Zelensky did this is like a theme going around, what Zelensky did in the White House, his behavior, that was disrespectful. They were very disrespectful